EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On first down, it's Ball. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down now, it's Ball, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
On two, ready?
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 mighty.
Play action. It's Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Colts at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Pierce gets this one running right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
We're scoreless after 1. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Sly able to put this one through. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action with Burrow. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
11 coming.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Gets the dump off, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sly able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ball, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ball. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Ball stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. It's Ball. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here this third quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
11 empty.
Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
11 empty.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught. Judy. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they go play action now. Burrow swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go.
from the 31. Burrow. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here we go.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Burrow. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ball. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 1, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
11.
Out of the gun now on third down. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Throwing, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know.